Hi guys, it's Becky, and today I am just going to do a really quick, really easy necklace. I have at least one more project I want to pull out of this Gustav Klimt Jesse James Beads Magical Mystery Bead Box that we got. It was the December box, and it hit all the right notes for me. It's honestly, you know, it was one of the best that I have gotten, and so I just had an idea and I wanted to go ahead and use some of these findings, some of these beads. They're gonna do like all the work for us, and I'm just gonna make a really simple necklace using these bead cages, using the chain, and I was going to use these orange beads, but I'm thinking instead I'm going to use these clear ones because I think it'll go better with the rhinestones in this. This is basically what I'm going to be using in order to make this, and we're gonna make it simple. We're gonna make it easy, and you know what? This chain makes it even easier because it already comes with an extender chain and a clasp on it, and all I have to do is find the center of this like that. And is this one? Yes, it has a little division in it, so I don't even have to clip this chain. I can just use my chain nose pliers to open this up and pull that off of there. All right, so now it's ready to go. I am going to string some of these on some beading wire with this on it too, and we are going to have ourselves a pretty little guy there. Now I'm just looking to see if I can find, I guess this will work, just a jump ring for this connector so it will lay more nicely on there. I think that's a pretty close color. This is kind of a little closer to rose gold than actual gold. Okay, so these will fit in the bead cages. We'll get the bead cages on there, and I think I'm gonna add just a little bit of color, just a teensy weensy bit between my beads. Maybe the blue. Do I want that? Or do I want some of these little squares? I think these little squares are what I'm going to use. It's going to be a sparkly guy because, you know, my new box is getting delivered today. Like I said, my new box for January, it is out for delivery, so I'm going to be opening that real soon. And when I do, I'm probably going to become obsessed with the new box, and so I wanted to at least knock out one more project with this one before I forget about it and move on to the next. Just what we're gonna do. Okay, so I've got the chain, I've got the bead cages, I've got these 4 sparkly guys, I've got my focal, I've got some extra accent beads, and now I've got my bead wire and some crimp tubes and some tools. This is all we need. We're gonna do this quick and dirty. Got my cutters for my wire. I've got these 2 for crimping and for opening and closing things. So this is gonna be, first step, get my jump ring on here because that'll make the stringing so much faster. The nice thing about adding chain to the back is that I don't have to do a heavy amount of beading. We can let these beads just speak for themselves, do what they are gonna do, and that is gonna be being pretty. I'm just gonna cut off about 12 inches of wire for funsies. I'm gonna pop a bead stop on the end. I suppose I could have just strung it directly from my spool, That would have also been a good option, but I didn't think about that until just now. Just letting you know. Sometimes I do impulsive things without thinking about it. So let's get, these guys are going to be between them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're going to have them closest to this as a little spacer, and then the bead frame. Okay, that's how it's going to work. So I'm going to want the bead frame on here first, because that'll be the other end, and I'm just going to try and pop these guys in here somehow. I know that they will fit because the orange ones fit in here. Come on, guy. There we go. There we go. And the tricky part is going to be getting these holes to line up with the other holes. It's just a little tricky, but it looks so good when you're done, because then you've got this sparkly coin bead inside this bead frame, being pretty and sparkly. All right, and then we're going to add our little sparkle guy in between, and then another bead frame with coin bead. Oof. And today, actually, there is going to be, I think it's today. It's either today or tomorrow. Probably today. They're doing a like design-a-thon at Jessie James Bead's Facebook with Deb Floros and Jennifer Miller and Neely Patel. And I love all of them with their designs. And so it's going to be a really good time. And I'm really looking forward to seeing them work with the new box, which I haven't seen yet, so I don't know if I'm going to be into it or not, but I'm really, really hoping that it is as good as this one and as good as some of the other ones that I have really loved in the past. All right, so now I've got this one on here. Actually, I should have put this one on the outside too. Okay. So that's me fixing my tiny, tiny, tiny mistake. All right, so these guys are just going to be right there on the front. And then we're going to go through here. I'm just going to double check that my jump ring is closed, because I'm looking at it and it looks a little bit askew. So I'm going to press that together to get those close. Since it's going to be sitting on a beading wire, I want to make sure that it's not going to slide through any openings. Okay, so that is good and closed. Just some simple sort of wintry sparkles. Sparkly sun. Gonna pop this guy on here. Sometimes a really simple design is the best design, honestly, in my opinion. But of course, these bead cages just add it up a little bit of a notch. There we go. Let's twist that in there until we get lined up with our holes. I told you this is going to be a real quick design. All right, one more bead cage. And yeah, I think it would have looked great with the orange beads too. I wear orange less often than I do this color though. And I think that this is going to be a very, very wearable design. All right, so now we've got these guys on here. I am going to attach one end to the chain. Honestly, I probably cut off way too much beading wire, but you know what? That's about enough of length to do like a bracelet with what I'm going to have left over, so I can do that. Let me grab my crimp tube, and I'm just going to crimp my wire directly onto the end of this chain. crimp tube on the wire, wire through the chain, and then wire back through the crimp tube. All right, and if this will fit on twice, just scooch that right up there, maybe. There we go. Going to go ahead and crimp it now. I'm using my magical crimpers. You guys have seen me do this before. It's just crimping it to make it into a ravioli, and then turning it and hitting it from different angles so that it rounds out the edges of the crimp and turns it into a nice little ball that is holding my wires together. All right, I'm gonna scooch these guys over here since all of these beads will fit on that wire. I don't have to cut it. I will be cutting the other one though. Hold on, buddy. Why don't you go through the hole? There we go. Those guys are all scooched there. And I'm going to crimp it over here on the other side. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Happy Monday. Right, and beading wire through my chain, and then back through my crimp bead. And I'm going to feed it through this bead and this one. And we're going to close everything up. Oop. Now I'm holding part of my loop here while I pull on this side. That's what's closing my loop and tightening it up a little bit. So now that it's all tightened up and closed on that end, I can crimp my other end, and I will have my quick and easy sparkly sunshine necklace all done. Made my ravioli, and then I just need to hit it from a few different angles. So it makes it into a little crimp ball that holds everything beautifully. All right, there we go, that's good. And boom, necklace done. All right, I will see you guys on the next one. I'm probably going to be up. If they're doing an unboxing, a live unboxing today, then I will be uploading my unboxing after they're done with that. If it's not till tomorrow, then I'll do it then. I'll have to check the timing again. I'll put it in the description though once I find the exact time that that's going to be happening. But I am really looking forward to it. I love this Jessie Jane seed box, by the way. It was, yeah, it hit all the right notes for me, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Bye!